Hello again. As we already have learned that verb is the most important part of speech in English language or any language because the number of the words you learn, the better will be your expression in written and spoken form. So, keeping in view the importance of the verb, today we are going to learn the moods of verb. What is the mood of verb? People also have moods, but the verb has also moods. So, what is the mood of verb? The way a verb is used in a sentence is called its mood. Means the verb shows state, activity, possession, existence, but these all things show different ways or different expressions. So that is what we call the mood of a verb. What different things the verb or state or action or existence may show? That is, the verb may show command, the verb may show fact, the verb also shows question, and the verb also shows hypothetical statements. These all changes we bring about while using the verb in a different way. So that's why we have divided, or the grammarians have divided the verb into three recognized moods. When I say recognized, it means that these are universally accepted, but some grammarians add two more moods. So, what are those two more moods and what are the first three recognized moods? Let's talk about them. The first mood of the verb is indicative mood. What does indicative mood show? It shows fact, opinion, your opinion about something. If you are expressing your opinion about something and you are using a particular form of the verb, that is what we say indicative mood. Or it also provides information and negative statement. So all these things, facts, opinions, information, and negative statements fall into the category of indicative mood. Let's learn that thing through the examples. The sun rises in the east. Here the verb is rises, and this is called indicative mood because it shows a fact. Number two, I think skiing is dangerous for kids. Here is shows my opinion while using I think. This is also a verb. When I combine the to be verb with the expression I think, it shows my opinion about a certain thing or a certain fact. So I think skiing is dangerous for kids. So this is plus thing are indicative mood because they are showing my opinion. Pakistan has 4 provinces. Here has is the verb that shows information combined with other words. But this way of the verb that shows information, we will say this is indicative mood. And penguins cannot fly. Though this is also a fact, but a negative fact. So the negative statements are also indicative mood. Then the next mood of the verb is imperative mood. What is imperative mood? It shows order, request, advice, and prohibition, but in a direct way. That is directly. Sometimes we want to command someone, but we do not want to be blunt or direct. So that is a different way. That is a different mood of the verb. But when we directly command someone, come here, don't do that thing, always speak the truth. So these types of expressions where we are blunt and direct, that particular way in which the verb is used, we call it its imperative mood. Let's have a look at some examples I have written of imperative mood. Please close the door. This is a direct request. So close here will be considered as imperative mood. Stand up at once, a direct command. So stand up. So stand here is imperative mood. Don't mess up with my mobile. That is prohibition, though it is a command also, but in a negative sense. So you prevent someone to do something. Don't mess up with my mobile. So don't mess. This is imperative mood. Always speak the truth. Here, speak is used as an imperative mood of the verb. The third mood of the verb is subjunctive mood. Subjunctive mood of the verb actually does not show a fact, a command, or an information, but it shows hypothetical situation, wishes, suggestions, demands, but not facts. Hypothetical statements, though I have made a separate video on hypothetical statements, if you are interested to know more about the hypothetical statements, please watch that particular video on this topic, hypothetical statements. But for now, hypothetical statements are those which are not true. Just they exist in our mind, maybe as a wish, maybe as a regret or something, but not true. So subjunctive mood shows that thing. Not facts, but hypothetical statements, maybe wishes, suggestions, or demands. And to recognize it, the hypothetical statement is the unique way the to be verb is used. Normally with singular subjects we use singular to be verbs, and plural subjects take plural to be verbs. And in present we use present forms, in past we use past form. But in hypothetical statements with all the subjects, whether they are singular or plural, we always use verb if we want to use the to be verb. For example, if I were rich, it means I'm not. I would travel the world. So this is just a wish that is I'm harboring to travel around the world. So if I were rich, I would travel the world. So I'm not rich. That's why I'm not traveling the world. I wish I were taller. Here, this is also hypothetical statement. It means that I'm not tall. And this is something that exists in my mind. I suggest she arrive early. Sometimes the question arises when we see no S with the third person singular. The fundamental rule is this, that when you have a third person singular pronoun or singular noun with the verb, we use SRES. But in hypothetical statements, we don't use SRES. So I suggest she arrived, not arrives, early. So this is hypothetical statement. That's why we are not using S with the verb. I demand that everyone have an opportunity to speak, not has. Again, I'm not using here have with everyone, which is indefinite singular pronoun, because this is hypothetical statement. So has will not be used here in this sentence. And the universal hypothetical statement is God bless you. This is also a wish, a positive wish or a good wish for someone. So, indicative mood, imperative mood, subjunctive mood are recognized moods of verb. But we have two other moods also. That is interrogative mood. Though some people say it is interrogative sentence, some grammarians say this is a different mood of the verb. Whatever it is, that is, you have to take it in whatever you like. So what is interrogative mood? It is used for asking questions like, did you finish your work? Here, did plus finish make the sentence interrogative. We will call it interrogative mood. Are you coming to the party tonight? Here, are plus coming make the sentence interrogative. So both of them will collectively be called interrogative mood. And then the fifth one is conditional mood. So some grammarians say it is actually a different kind of a sentence, conditional sentence, but some people say that this is also treated as, or may be treated as, the conditional mood. What is the conditional mood? It shows condition. And what does that mean? Condition means if one thing takes place, the other will take place. If the one thing doesn't take place, the other thing will not take place. This is the sense. Then we use, or we consider it as conditional mood. For example, if you hurry, we might catch the train. So the condition is that if you hurry, in that case, we might catch the train. But if you don't hurry, we might miss the train. So if this condition is fulfilled, then as a result of it, this condition will also be, this fact will also come and pass. If rain falls, they will cultivate their fields. It means they are waiting for the rain. So if one thing, that is the falling of the rain, takes place, then the cultivation of the fields will start. So if this fact or this thing happens, so this thing will also happen. If this thing doesn't happen, the other thing will not happen. So this is all about the moods of verb. If you have any question, any confusion, do ask me. And if you liked my little information I shared with you, do like and subscribe. Until my next video, bye bye.